Well, morning, Dowse. Here
Morning.
we are again, and once again, we're this afternoon about to set off for an FA Cup game. This time away at Torquay.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to win for all sorts of reasons, but so we won't go over that. But is there anything you want to say about tomorrow?
No, I'm looking forward. I gather there's a lot of supporters coming down, which is fantastic. Of course, what a way! It's exciting the FA Cup, and he's done an unbelievable job down there. Gary Johnson, he's been unbelievable. The only thing he hasn't done yet is lose. So that's the thing. Well, we've got to try to come into it, and I'll be a passionate crowd down there. We'll take a passionate crowd down there. I can't wait. I can't wait to get in the kit. I've got my bag packed and all that, and stuff like that. I've got a couple of toys and all that just for Hester Cook, just so he's got something to do in the night time. So we've got a couple of teddies and things like that because he's a bit scared in the dark, and so we've got him sorted. So everything's looking forward to it, So we can't wait to crack on. So great game, fantastic. We have good form on it, and we've only lost 3 in 18 games, is it? So we're having good form as well. So we look forward to the game.
Excellent. Let's move on swiftly.
Yeah.
Again, very briefly, the friendly Tuesday night at Farnborough. Max Kreshmar back on form.
I thought he was excellent. I thought he was the best player on the pitch. We're going to put a few more of these friendlies on. Just Farnborough was available. We're going to put a few friendlies on because it gives lads much practice who haven't played. Like Dwayne hasn't played for a long time and played 2 games in his spin, and you need another 90 minutes. Max Kreshmar's probably got yourself back in the reckoning for the team now, which is great. He's just having a breather. That's all he was, having a breather without the pressure of 3 points. The 2 young lads from the academy done well in there, and stuff. So I was pleased with them. And you just Philip Bertie come in and all that and done well, and so it's one of them where Hodgie needed games. So it's just giving people games, but we'll do more of that now because we'll start to get 1 or 2 back fitter. So we'll need these games to get them match fit, because we can train all we like, but we need match fitness. So I was delighted to get that under the belts and all the rest of it. So it was a good workout.
Excellent. And again, fairly briefly before we move on to more contributed questions, you've been out and about in the community coaching this week.
Oh no, I love it. This is part of the job. We went down to Kingsfield School. Great head teachers, fantastic down there, and so are the staff. The kids have been to games, so me and Adrian with us went and done a couple of hours in there. The session fantastic, me and Ian Dyer went down and coached. Ian done most of it, to be fair. Went down to see the academy boys with Scott and all that, and had it with them. Fantastic young lads coming through. And to put a point across to the young lads saying, listen, you've got Hester Cook going to possibly play in front of 3,000 people tomorrow. And he was where we were standing last year. It's your choice. Reggie Young's been in the squad, Mason's been in the team and all that, so it's fantastic. Also a couple of things I mentioned before we move on. We've got a lovely charity called Halla, where we've got 2 sets of season tickets there. Their charity where kids pass away to the way around, where the parents pass away, and we've had them down the club, and it's very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. I felt the woman when she talked and you took pictures, as where we lose like 1 minute we're a happy family, the next minute the dad's had a tumour and had to obviously passed away, and the kids are left with, so it's the other way around about the parents, and it's a lovely charity which I think we've got to help on. So the club have been kind enough to, she's going to pick up 2 season tickets today. And we've got their first dinner tomorrow, and we'll do something else to help them. The kids have been down, we've showed them in the change room, got them on the pitches, and it was a pleasure seeing them. But when I talked to women, I really felt what they were saying, because it must be horrific what happened to their partners, and it's a stuff for their partners who suffer. So if we can help out in any way, that's fantastic, and obviously I'm looking forward to meeting a woman at 2 o'clock before we leave to give her these season tickets for their dinner and dance tomorrow night. I really hope it's a success, I really do. The only other thing where it's a little plea really is not publicity at all. It's just that I know it was horrific what happened last week at the fun fair, and if any of the families are out there, I gather they're all out of the hospital, touch wood, which is fantastic, but we would like to try to help the families out in any way if they want to come to the game and be a guest for the game, just to give them some joy, and they can come and see me and Martin Taylor, which is a bigger pull, and me and Ian Dyer and Matt. They can come meet the players, they can come and have some lunch with us upstairs. So if there's anybody out there who knows some of these families who I just want to try to help out, I think our football club should try to help as many avenues as we can out there. So that's where the community is at the minute, which we enjoy doing,
Right. I'll completely back up what you were saying about the charity for bereaved children.
Yeah.
I interviewed the 2 ladies on that day, and it was very, very moving what they had to say. And it's a hugely worthwhile cause, and that they sponsor one of the Goldsworth Park Rangers teams. That's why they were here, because
lovely. Like you say, some people talk to you and you think, okay, but I felt the 2 girls there. I felt what happened to them. I felt the pain what they're going through, but also I felt the determination with them, and that's why I want to back it, because they're 2 women there who are thinking, right, I'm going to go here and trying to help other people in similar circumstances. So I've asked the club and they've given us these two, which I'm looking forward to seeing them again at 2 o'clock the day before we leave. I do get a lot of satisfaction seeing these people, because it gives you hope. And I really do hope that the night ahead on Saturday is a great night, and in the future, anything we need from us, we'll crack on with that, you know.
Excellent. I'll ask Nick if we can include a link to their charity's website when this goes out.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right, let's go back to questions that have been sent in by supporters.
Oh, again?
Oh,
we're going. Well, how many do I want, David?
Oh, well, there's quite a few here. I'm sure we won't get through them all.
Anything you want, go on, fire away.
Well, the first one, I think it's a great question. Do you see the FA Trophy as a priority this season? It would be really good to see the Cards back at Wembley.
Of course. I think the clubs, since the 80s or the 90s, when the club had a lot of money and done what they've done, fair play what they've done, it's we're not big enough to take anything lightly. The club's not. We're in the Conference South. We've had a relegation. I don't think we're big enough to take anything lightly, including the Subby Senior Cup. We're not good enough to do it. The club's not good enough to do it. I think, you know, when you get for sponsors, they want bloody 30 grand for 30 grand to sponsor working 5-10 years ago. Maybe it's not new. We've got to build that up again. So it's that's why we're trying to go over these little bits. And I just think as a club, and I know where we are as a club at this minute. I think we're third top, doing very well. But all these things are massive. Of course, I would love to go to Wembley. You know, still hopefully in the FA Cup there. Yeah. But bottom line is, we'll take it very seriously, because this club's not big enough at this minute of time to treat anything not seriously. So until we get there, we'll treat every game seriously, including a friendly against Farnborough. So that's what we are.
Sure. Great answer. Right, a complete change of pace here. Which manager, past or present, do you feel you're most like in terms of management on and off the pitch? And what's your own personal approach to management?
Passion wise, I Klopp, to be honest, because I am that sort of, when we score, get in there, celebrating, all that with the fans and all that, you know. And but I'm a very serious guy. But with football, I'm very on it, you know. I had a great manager called John Doherty when I was at Millwall, and he took me to 3 different clubs, and he got the whole world together, you know, and stuff like that. And that's how I try to manage, to be honest, by getting the whole world together. And it's not just us or the players taking everybody on, the whole community and the whole fans and the whole committee believe it and take anybody on. It's getting that belief in the club. I am Sergeant Major type of manager. I am in the change room. I just demand the best at all times, but I'm very passionate about the game, and it means everything to us. So I imagine passion wise, Klopp, I'm probably, that's what I've been told anyway, I'm probably like him, because I'm very passionate about the game, you know. So it's so he's probably him, to be honest. I wish I was as good as him, to be honest. But in the early days, there was a great manager who I thought was John Doherty, who got Millwall in the first division for the first ever time, and he got the kitchen ladies in the room as well as the players, and he had this belief that if you got everybody on your side, there'll be no stopping you. And I have that similar belief at my 3 different clubs and at this one, something I don't think this club's had for years.
Yeah. A sort of subset of being the manager, do you set points targets for parts or all of the season? E.g. 40 points after 20 games?
Crackers, man. Like, you know, I've seen it before, I've got in the room and all that, you know, and stuff like that, and I've been in manager's office and they say, if we can get, you know, 40 points here, 50 points here, what's the point of doing that? Because you might think, I'll tell you what, we need another 6 and 2 games, or you need 6 and 10 games. Let's target to win matches. And I'll always be judged like, listen, I can raise 90 grand this year, but if I don't get win the top 7, I think it'll probably be looked as a failure. At the start of the season, the top 10 and build a club, that was the plan. But because we started well, the plan's changed. But the problem is, I'll be no good at all doing what I'm doing in the community, or doing what I'm doing, trying to build a club, if I don't win matches. And as simple as that, by hook or crook, by all the injuries I've cried about. So the bottom line, I have no targets other than the Saturday's game, and if we get beat on Saturday, the target will be Gloucester, and that'll be as simple as that. There's no what we're going to do against Hampton and Richmond. And I've got Texas office saying, you know, even people like Hampton at the time, we'll come to get you now. But yeah, that's a laughing joke. And now the gap's quite big now, but it might come close again. You best off keep your mouth shut and just trying to win a game on a Saturday, because things change.
There is a part 2 to this one, but I'm sure I know the answer already. Have we got more or less points than you expected at this point in the season? More
than expected at the start of the season. But we'll get more points coming up and get everybody fit. When the players come back, we'll get a lot more points. I've got no doubt about it at all. We've got more in our first 4 because I knew what it was going to be like. But we are where we are, and we've got to believe that, because obviously Woking is a big club in our league by name. But the bottom line is we've got a few more, but at the same time, we need once we get these lads fit, we'll be absolutely fine. That's my opinion.
And what do you think what area or what specific thing do you think you've achieved the most so far? Doing that?
Doing that, I want to close the gaps and all that, and getting points on the board, where it was always going to be difficult to get points on the board, and especially if you want to look at the people who have been out we've had, and I've got that. I've got people who be saying, "Oh yeah, look what you said about Wazza all the time." Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. About Oxford boys coming back, maybe I should have kept my mouth shut, because I've been open about it. I've got the right to get back. Like a lot of people say, I'm too open. That's fine. There's probably a weakness in me, but that's what I said I would do. I said I would try to tell the truth. So when the Oxford boys don't come in because of injuries or Kane Fernand and Jolly and all the rest of it, because I try to tell it, they'll come back. Oh, has he said that again? But I can only see it, which has probably happened to a lot of managers, because I'm open and all that, So the other thing I probably shouldn't have done is I probably shouldn't have told people how much I wanted a job. I think that was a mistake by me. I think everybody knew I wanted it because I thought I could turn it into a league club, and I think I probably should have kept my mouth shut, because when you want something that badly and you've got it, I think people want you to feel just at this football club. I'm talking about in general. I tell you what, Dowse, he's got a job he always wanted. It probably added pressure on the players and added pressure on people. So that's scrap now. I'm just going to do my job the best I can for a working football club. But it is a job I wanted.
Let's go back in time a little bit. Yep. I like this one. At what point in your career did management start to become a part of your future thoughts?
I always knew I'd be a bang average player. I always knew that I made a professional footballer because of my attitude. I knew that, we had people at Millwall, Teddy Sheridan, Tony Cascarino, good players. I was always the first two picked in 5-a-sides, 8-a-sides. Always the first pick, because I knew I would give everything all the time, go around nailing people, get into people, because I wanted to be a player that much. I used to do 6-mile runs since I was 15. Everything I used to do 6-mile runs on a Friday when I was at Gateshead, on a Friday before Saturday's game. I loved the game that much, like I still do now. So I knew I wasn't going to be there. But I also knew I was going to be a better manager than I was a player. And because my passion for the game, I learned tactics when I was 14 years old. When I was 16 years old, I was coaching at Millwall in the School of Excellence. So I always knew that was the side of the game I wanted to go in, because I knew I was quite good at it. But playing wise, I went as far as my injuries could take us. But when I come, there's no doubt I was going to be a coach or manager, and everybody who managed me would have seen that in me, because I was always the one locked in John Doherty's office when he's drinking a gallon of whiskey, listening to stories from sitting Greavesy to everybody else and all the rest of it, just learning the trade in your own head, not copying anybody, because you can't copy anybody, you've got to be yourself. I studied Brian Clough. You know what he used to do at Hartlepool? He used to go around Hartlepool when I had no money. He used to go to working man's clubs and get money off them to pay wages. People remember Clough, things like that, and he got what he wanted eventually by winning the European Cup. I believe you can achieve anything you can in the game as long as you work hard at it. It's impossible to fail if you work hard. So I always knew I'd be into management, and it was from a very early age, because I was that sort of all my life I was a captain at all my teams I played for. I was always a captain, because I would drag people in and want the best for them really. So I always knew that would come to me. Right. Not naturally, but I've got to work at it, like I still do now. But I always knew that I'd be a manager.
And something you've said to me before, not in one of these interviews, is that when you started on the management path, you went round to lots of clubs to see how they did things.
I worked everybody in the country, and that's how I'd done it. I went to Chelsea, which wasn't very good. They kept me in the corner there. Went down to Portsmouth, Tony Hansen manager. How you doing? But that was all it. We went around different people, but the best in the world was Man United. We went to Man United as the best in the world. There's four. We went up there, and they met us on the gates in the training ground. They showed all around the training ground. We had lunch with Alex Ferguson up in the top. Alex Ferguson made sure the people downstairs, like let's say the Jennies of the world, or volunteers, and he would get them all in the room at 1 o'clock, and everybody would have lunch together and go. They made you feel $1 million. They took around the academy. They took a tour of the ground. They made us watch games on the end. We left there at 10 o'clock at night. So from 9 o'clock till 10, and you looked after us. You left the place feeling it was the best in the world. Well, if Man United didn't do it, why can't we do it?
Absolutely. Let's turn a bit more to the playing side of things. Someone asked, what do you think has been our best performance so far this season?
I thought the second half against Hungerford were done well. I thought St Albans done well. I thought we played well Saturday, to be honest, without getting a result. But Billy Ricky's got to be a one. I think we're going 1-0 down against all them and fighting back how we did is probably our best. I thought that's the best performance. We have struggled putting 45 minutes together, but once we get a settled side, I keep on seeing it, and they've got to trust us, and we'll performances will be better still.
And the wording here reads, but is there a pecking order who can take the free kicks, or is it whoever has the ball first? I think what they mean is that do you actually say who's on free kicks and penalties, or do you leave it to the players?
No, we tell them. And last night because I think our free kicks from in your box, we've got to do a lot better at. So we practiced them last night. Be honest, got the mannequins out, blah blah, and there's a couple of the good ones. I can't say who because we need them tomorrow. There's some who just haven't hit the target. Because I think that's been a weakness of our game, to be honest. So if it's a weakness, you work at it. So let's get the mannequins out and get a couple of lads who we half fancy stand there for 10-15 minutes. Practicing them because I'm looking, I'm thinking, what a great position that is. What a great. We might get a few oohs, but we keep going. We haven't made a keep. I made a save of one, yes. The only one is Max Krasma where took a deflection. That's okay. So we've got to work on that because we've been in some good positions now, and it's been frustrating now because I'm thinking, what a great position. Hit the target, man. The only way you do that is practice them. So I think it's been a weakness. So we practiced them last night, and hopefully we'll get a better return tomorrow and for the future.
Right, but notwithstanding that answer, an awful lot of goals have been from penalties.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to score more goals from open play, or is that not a fair question?
I think it's a fair question because I think we've scored 1 in 4 games. I thought it was a bit harsh on the Heidi header because I thought it was a bloody good ball in the corner. I thought it was a bloody good goal. I think we've got to create more. I think we've had, like last week for example, we had a lot of a play in their half without creating good chances. So it's creating better chances and getting better openings. We talked about it last night. Ian's mentioned it a lot, and Martin, where I believe that we've been the better side on quite a lot of occasions without creating too many chances. But I did think against Hungerford, we had a couple where Wheelers went 1-on-1, blah blah, and we've had a couple of good chances like that. But you can have all the play and be in there half like I thought we did on Saturday. But did we create 3 or 4 great openings where I would say, Heidi, come on man, you've had 4 unbelievable chances there? No, I think we've got to create more openings. That's what I think. Without being a better side is one thing, creating openings. But I think that's a sensible question because we're thinking it ourselves.
Yeah. This one reads, how do you think the fans can get more involved?
Just help out. I think I stuck my fingers on that one on Saturday, which I probably wrong, to be honest. I probably wrong, but it's frustrating because it's hilarious, right? Where I'm thinking first off, we ain't never gotten our 18-yard box by that chance, not once. And also, it's Dowse and sort out. You're thinking, all right, because he got to take that no, or the sort was. It's usually when they shout like the young lads, I bite back. But listen, I'm going to bite back every now and again. Now I think the fans will realise that. Just like I'm going to get shouts every now and again. I don't expect them to blink and be enjoying being 2-0 down at Chippenham. Just keep supporting how we're doing. The noise against Hungerford was excellent behind that goal. We can make a hell of a difference tomorrow. Just keep supporting her and give her 90 minutes. That's all I'm asking her. Give her 90 minutes. At the end of 90 minutes, I'll stand there. If I want to boo us, they can boo us. I'll always make sure the players clap them and all that stuff. But if I want to boo, do it after 90 minutes if I can. And that being, if it get involved in any way community-wise and come down or think of things we can do to help raise money or help raise a profile, my doors are always open. Just knock on my bloody door. I mean, I'm here 24/7. Come in. I'm the first one in, except for the girls in the office in the morning. I'll be the last one to leave at night. Come and knock on my door. Give us an email. Give us a text. My number's not that hard to get. Come and see us. But support us wise, just support for the 90 minutes in the team more so than me. And after the 90 minutes, then hammer us or hammer the team. I think we'll accept that. But let's get together for 90 minutes. But we have been great to support us because we haven't given them much to cheer about. Because the last time I told you, we went 1-0 down in all 7 home games apart from Hungerford. That doesn't give the supporters a chance. So I sympathise with them as well. And it's not very nice for them getting relegated and being in this league, even though we're third top. It's not nice for them.
Yeah, understood. A little one which sort of illustrates how difficult it is for you to win, in quotes if you like, because you've got some supporters saying it's brilliant to play the 2 teenagers in central midfield, and then you've got the other set of supporters saying it's ridiculous, we should have a real experienced head in central midfield. We've
got 2 experiences, we've got Jolly and Kane. Kane's come to training last night, they've got 2 great experiences there. I can't, because I know I'm getting a bit by going over the same old record all the time, but nobody's had what we've had in the top 7. Nobody has had in football what we've had this season, injury wise. We've got that Marnie as well. Touch wood. We've still got him. But anyway, we've had that. So it's one of them. Go on, get on with it, and they've been excellent. I guess that Cook's done very well. If it didn't do well, it'll be a better question. I know where the question's coming from, but if it didn't do well, they get battered. Then you're looking, you're thinking, that's not a but they've done pretty well, and if they've done well, that's what we've got to take, and stuff like that. So I think they've done well. I think that Hester Cook's come in, being the 18, he's done excellent, and I think the Forest kid has been great as well. So fantastic,
Yeah.
But I do agree. I do think if we're going to win the championship or be in the top 2, we'll have experience around that. We will. but we will do it in 4 weeks with Kane because nobody bet on him what he does, and we will do it in 2 weeks with Jolly. Again, I'm trying to be open about it. If it's, I'm imagine a supporter saying, "Well, here we go again about Jolly," but that's what I believe. So I may as well say what I believe.
Sure. I've got 3 left, little ones, and we better make sure they're fairly small, otherwise
I know you're talking too much again, aren't you?
Yeah, my fault. If you could have any former Woking player in today's team, who would it be and why? What a great question.
What a good question. Clive Walker.
Yeah.
Let's get Clive in. To score a goal, to make things happen, to liven the crowd. The only other one who I would be desperate for now would be Neil Smith, Smudger, because Smudge would rattle around how he does, how he was a leader of the men. Yeah. And it would come on trees them lot now, and stuff like that, and he would get the lads up in the chin, just like I used to do as a player. I saw a lot of him in me, being honest, and I'm not surprised he went into management either. It was a natural thing. But get Smudge out on the pitch and get him driving, getting people going and calling people in to do it. But give us talent. Let's get Clive Walker, the legend, the best ever.
Another great answer. 2 very little ones. If you have a bacon sandwich, do you prefer red sauce or brown sauce?
Red. I don't think brown should be allowed. I think brown's crap. I think it's red bacon sandwich. Don't often get it done unless I've gone down the greasy spoon. But I'll have a bit of red on that. But a great footballing question.
And the very last one. This one's from me, and I've saved it till last deliberately.
Go on then, David. Fire away, son. About Nottingham Forest.
What was the first ever football strip that you had as a child?
You are a bad man. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to cross you off this list here, coming down. You are now sacked as our guy, okay? My first strip has been a young kid with a white Nottingham Forest strip, which you well know, okay? If I hadn't knew how clean me call the bloody thing I would, but at the time I was a young boy and I wanted to wear it on Christmas Day. My mum and dad wouldn't let it because it was cool, and I had this white Nottingham Forest strip. It's the first strip I ever had when I turned with me brother and sports son, and thank God. Yes, it was a white Nottingham Forest strip, which I've told you before, David, on numerous occasions. So this will be the last interview we're doing with this guy. Okay, we're going to get somebody else in next week. So thanks, David Holmes. Your life is now finished with Woking Football Club. Spot on.
On which bombshell, as Jeremy, what's his name, would say, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Pleasure.
And all the very best tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to it.